Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Hey, Echo.
91 is the money. Oh, you got deep? Check 91.
Big rip.
Stick looks to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. First and 10, Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Watch safety creep.
Topper.
Check 9.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 3 down.
Hey, box truck.
26 Mike. All day, every day, any day. 26 Mike.
On the ball.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 26 Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Here we go. 30 base. Christian, travel. Hey, Wahoo!
26 Mike.
You're out.
I'm coming after you.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. It's Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, orbit.
259.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's got Rodgers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch. Alert.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
32. 47 Mike. 47.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I'm coming after you. Joker.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 24.
Go. Now.
They'll try the left side. Cecil. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. On third down, it's Stick. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Monday. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 47.
Right here.
Hey, easy.
Mike 47.
Hey, 70. Hurry.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cut.
Hey, 22. Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 40.
After the interception, here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, middle. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Play action. Stafford. And a big one. is here as he's taken down. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got. With a third down and long coming up. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Check. Zero.
5.
47, Mike, 47.
Hey, keep it up.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going up top and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. They'll run on first down. Cecil. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll throw on second down his stick. Finding room at the 30. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Hey, dude.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Secret.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Complete to Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Set. Get a 20.
27. Curl it. Slip.
Hey, Red. Hey. Hey, give me your radar.
Now on 2nd and 16, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Red! Hey, exit!
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, middle!
Check pass. Check pass.
No, off!
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Cecil, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, you got 3 down. Watch out.
Stick from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Monday.
Now it's Hines. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only to get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
47, Mike. 47.
40 got. 40 got.
Big stop, let's go. 47's the mark.
Smooth.
Check, 47.
I got it. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these bases.
Draw play. This is Hines. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go one more.
Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stafford under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
27, Mike. Mike, 47.
Hey, watch the slant. 47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Stafford now to throw. Funches has it complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funches, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Score!
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball.
Hey, 50.
He's coming. We got double up.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shift. Watch the shift.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Back. Switch. Double right.
Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Alert!
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Cecil. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Rush in. Rush in.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cecil. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go again. Quick dash. Go. Watch twitch. Watch the defense.
On 3rd down, Cecil. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First and 10, Stick. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Hey, box drop. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Stick. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
26 Mike. They can't hang with us. 26 Mike.
Get it.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Got his man, that's Harry. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
54, Mike.
Now a give, right side. Cecil. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 5-4.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Yep.
Mike 54.
Let's go. Snap.
Stick looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
32.
Check 49.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1. They run again with Hines. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Protein spill. Hey, orbit. Hurry.
Check the backer.
From the gun, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Topper.
Check. Crunch.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Going to throw right side here, complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got to do better.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Cecil, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 4th down, here's Stick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following. That he's into the clear. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st down, Hines. Devin McCourty brings him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
They run with Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Colts, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week. While for New England,